Hey, what's up, everybody? It's me, Pedro here. I wanted to talk to you guys about why Black entrepreneurs need to be replaceable. It stems from a conversation I had with a business owner and trying to help him talk to him about scaling, as well as the my experience from doing deals, things that I just witnessed, right? Um, so basically, the concept around why Black entrepreneurs need to be replaceable stems from the fact that if you think about the cash flow quadrant that Rich Dad Poor Dad did, and if you haven't don't know what that is, look to my other video. You'll see the explanation behind that and how I use Black TV sitcoms to explain that. But basically, you want to become, as you build and scale the company, you want to become more on the passive side of earning income, which is being a business owner. And in other words, you leverage the people on your team to do produce most of the value. So think of, let's just use a bakery as an example. Let's just say that you started a business because you know how to bake cakes, right? You're the best designer, best cake decorator, et cetera, et cetera. Um, and um, so the other downside too is if you're not replaceable, and that stems from, in my personal opinion, that stems from just our culture of us growing up, and a lot of times they tell us to be go to work and make sure you be the best that you can be, better than the next person, so that way, when it comes time for promotion, they select you. But I think that transfers over into ownership, and which is not necessarily something you want to be transferred over ownership. So anyway, so let's just say we have a bakery, and there's a double negative with that because now if you're the main person, you don't train someone else to do your skill set. So anytime someone wants a cake design, you have to do that, right? So you just pigeonhole yourself. So you're no longer able to go on vacation. You just literally just create an extreme job. Probably have to work 80 hours a week doing this because now you're the only person that knows how to design cakes, right? Um, but versus training other people to design cakes at your caliber. So when a new cake comes in, you can delegate that out to someone else. And so the reason why that's important, because when it comes to time for an exit, where wealth is really created. So I know this from me doing deals with, acquisitions. A lot of times this is for small business, not like the private equity deals, but lot to get better deals, we sometimes look for those owner operators. We still want systems in place, but if we were trying to buy a bakery, and you were the only person that allowed to bake cakes, that should devalue the business significantly because if we buy the business and we remove you, there's no one there left to buy the cake. I mean, to design the cake. However, if we remove you, even if you do assist in or do some of the cake baking, they're still probably devalued a little bit because we have to put in more value in terms of finding someone to kind of replace you. Um, but it's not as bad. So that way there's already people. So we remove you. There's already maybe two or three others that could bake cake. So it's not really a big shot. So the bet. But in that case, for the buyer could potentially negotiate a discount on the business because the fact that your value is stripped. Because you're moving away. Especially if you're the sole for the main ingredient for the business. If you remove it, it really I mean, it almost depletes the value. So at the very least, you want to have it where you have other people that can do something similar. Even if you still do it, but you have some other people who can do the same thing. So in the event that you do sell it, there's other people that can do it, so it's not a complete discount. Best case scenario is that you build a company where even though you're a baker, but you design, help, and train other people to do exactly what you do, so you essentially do not have to bake cakes anymore. So if you ever do bake cake, it's just more of a just pure enjoyment versus having to do it, right? I remember reading an article about Mark Zuckerberg some time ago. He's a coder, but after a while, he started hasn't coded for years because at that point he had to work on, as the E Myth book talks about, work on your business versus in your business, and he really focused on scaling the company versus actually doing a lot of the day to day work. And now he probably just codes for leisure. And so, moral of the story is as blind entrepreneurs, as you build these companies, in the beginning, yes, you got to do a lot of work. But as you scale, grow, build your systems. Think about the end in mind. Build your systems, because if it's a situation where you have a bakery where it can run and make the same amount of money, regardless if you're there or not, now you have something of value. So now you can trade at a higher, when I say trade, meaning exit or sell your business at a higher premium, because the fact is you built a system that can run sufficiently regardless if you're present or not. And when a buyer comes in to buy the business, you can argue that case and argue the case that you can be sold at a higher premium, because you remove and it doesn't impact the sales, the revenue, the profitability of the business, or anything like that. All right. So just remember that in mind. Be replaceable. Build your business. Train up people to do what you do, so that way you can be standoffish. All right. Peace.